Joe from Gig Harbor is next, and he has a fun choose one game for us here. He says, I wanted to get in on this choose one question. It's obviously super hypothetical concept, but really fun in dialogue. In my scenario, you have to trade one of these players based on the return you think the Mariners could get from that player, how the Mariners could ultimately evolve their roster because of the trade. Who would you trade out of Ty France, J.P. Crawford, or Chris Flexen? They all had better than expected seasons last year. Their individual WAR was in the mid to high threes for Flexen and JP, and Ty was slightly above 4. It sounds like you're using our WAR. They all have years of reasonable cost. Who do you trade? First of all, I don't have to trade any of them. That's not a real world thing at all, so we don't need to use that here. But if I were to trade one of them, now this is about opportunity. I don't have to do it. This is about opportunity. Which player presents the best opportunity for Seattle? I'm still trading Chris Flexen here because none of the three are netting me an impact anything. I think all of the three actually have more value to the Mariners than they do on the market, than whatever those players could net on the market. Seattle needs players that are performing now, that have the ability to perform now. They don't need more prospects. They don't need aging players. They don't need to take shots at, like high upside guys that come with high risk. Those three actually represent relatively reliable performances. Flexen might be the best combination of trade value meets expendability, though. So, the Mariners need France's bat. He's at worst their second best hitter. Maybe it's Haniger France. I think it's France Haniger. Crawford is the only actual shortstop on the entire 40-man roster. So you trade Crawford, and now you have to go out and get another shortstop. That is not a great position to be in. And, of course, you could replace either or both of those players. But now look at the pressure that you're under. Now you trade France, now you need another bat. And you're not getting a first base bat for a first base bat. Now, if you're telling me I can trade Ty France for the Ty France equivalent at third base, I would do it. But that's not realistic, because if Ty France could play third base, he would just play third base. And he would be more valuable than the Ty France that really can't play third base. So you're not going to be able to trade first base Ty France for whatever his equivalent at third base is. That doesn't exist. And while Crawford has his limits offensively, certainly, he's your shortstop. Now, hey, it's Jason Churchill. To get the full episode, as well as every other episode of the podcast, past and future, subscribe for as little as $5 per month by going to bit.ly/getthepod. That's bit.ly/getthepod, all one word. A link you can also find on my Twitter profile. Hey, thanks for checking out Baseball Things.